Okay, so after spending the past 6 months or so migrating our Salesforce org into Zoho, so we are using Zoho 1, I would like to point out the differences between Zoho and Salesforce that I can see clearly so far. One of the big difference is with formulas. Both Salesforce and Zoho support formula, but Zoho lacks in terms of power and complexity of creating formula in their CRM. So if you are a Salesforce professional, either an admin or a developer, you would be familiar with Salesforce formula and its power. For example, if you want to create a formula referencing to another related field of the object you're working on. So for this example, I'm on a contact object and I want to point or create a formula field that's pointing basically to the account object, the parent, right? I can choose the account and then you can choose whatever field from the account and you can just insert that and even calculate functions with this kind of reference, right? Also, if I go insert field, I can do custom metadata mapping. So there's so much you can do, right? The user, you can even refer to the user role, and all this setup information from the packages, permission, profile, anything, right? That's once. They are not available in Zoho. Zoho is pretty straightforward, but it's lacking the power. Also, the operators, Salesforce have way more available functions that you can use here. Date and time, the logical, math, but that not so concerning. So the last one is if you apply or you just created a Salesforce formula, the value of the new created formula field applies almost instantly. Unless you have like 50 million records, it may take a few minutes to populate the value, but not with Zoho. So Zoho, you have to actually touch every single record to add the value of that formula. Okay, let me give you an example. If you are not a Salesforce professional, you wouldn't know how that works. So for example, if I create or insert this test formula, say I want to insert account and then whatever, account rating. Okay, I'm going to insert that and then I save this field, right? And then I have 5 million records in my org. This new field will have its value within a few seconds or a minute or two or something like that. You don't have to do anything else. But with Zoho, if I go back here, this is the Zoho one. You see this notice in the top? Here. The formula will not be retroactively applied to existing records. So once you create a new formula field, you have to touch every single record or edit them, mass update them. See? To apply the formula to existing records, you will need to select the records and manually update them. That sucks big time, right? Well, not everything in Zoho is bad, but it's just lacking the power. So for example, now if I want to create a formula referencing on a related object, I cannot do that. There is no way to do that. So you can select a field, basically the field on the contact object itself. there is no reference there. This is all the fields from the contact object itself. While in Salesforce, right, as I showed you before, you can reference to the account object, you can reference to any other related record. I have a batch object there. I have, what else? CNP, I'm using CNP. What else do I have from account? Wait, I'm on the wrong, oh yeah, the right one. Household, right, the related one. And then, any related object from the contact one, I can choose. And I have a whole bunch other stuff, profile, permission, org, label, custom metadata I can even use, right? Handwritten, see, I can do stuff. This is so powerful, right? So unfortunately, you wouldn't have that in Zoho. It has a very basic function for creating formula fields, but that's it. So I just want to stress out that this is the big difference between Salesforce formula and Zoho. Like for comparison, if you're playing Lego, I would say Salesforce is like Technic Lego, right? Lego Technic, like this. If you say the images, I would say this is the pieces you can use while building stuff with Salesforce. While I think Zoho is more limited, like Duplo. Duplo is Lego too, right? Duplo Lego. It's like this. So you have less stuff to play with, but you can still play, right? It's a big chunky block, but you can still play. But this is just one downside of Zoho. I like Zoho from other angles, that it's more complicated to do in Salesforce, so to speak, but it's way simpler in Zoho to implement. I will show that other stuff as well. So this would be this new series I'm creating in the Zone video series, comparison between Salesforce and Zoho in general. I hope this helps you, especially when you're comparing and trying to decide if you want to migrate. What's the difference between the two? I hope this video helps you. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.